In this quick video, you're going to learn why Holy Tulsi Basil is known as the elixir of life, how it's changed my life, and I'll show you products and supplements you can purchase. We'll then take a walk out to my garden. I'll show you how easy it is to grow, how to make tea, and how to make my special infusion. This is Tim from Organic Backyard Garden. A little bit about my story and how I discovered Holy Basil. A few years ago, I was having really low energy levels. I couldn't quite put my finger on what the issue was. I went to see my doctor who ran a couple tests. One test was a cortisol test. And cortisol is the feel-good hormone in your body. You have high levels throughout the day. What we found is I had really low levels of cortisol. Cortisol is created by your adrenal glands. When you're under stress, your adrenal glands put out cortisol to help you respond to that stress. And if you're under a lot of stress for a prolonged period of time, your adrenal glands don't know if they should actually be putting out cortisol or not. They actually get confused. So that was happening in my case. To remedy, my doctor prescribed an adaptogen blend of herbs. And adaptogens are herbs that can help regulate your stress response. Think of it as a thermostat in your house. It doesn't let your stress response get too high or too low. It keeps levels in check. The primary ingredient in my blend was Tulsi. After a few months, my energy levels were back. It was amazing. I swear by Tulsi Basil, but the health benefits don't end there. There's many more benefits which we'll talk about. And that's why I've been taking Tulsi Basil for several years to give me an edge up. Holy Basil is referred to sometimes as Tulsi Basil or Sacred Basil. It's cultivated typically for its medicinal purposes or religious. In Hinduism, leaves and whole plants are worshipped. One way you can start immediately is using supplements. You can get these supplements off Amazon from the company Organic India, and these are capsules that you can take, and they are a blend of 3 different types of holy basil: Krishna, Rama, and Vena. Now, another great option is loose leaf tea from the same company, Organic India. This is a 16-ounce bag, and it's the same blend. Tulsi has a unique clove-like aroma and a nice, wonderful peppery taste. Another option is the Tulsi Organic India tea packets. These are single packets, great for on the go, but they're a little more expensive by volume than the loose leaf large bag. Another thing we like to do inside our home is diffuse Tulsi essential oils. It has a really relaxing effect and a great smell in the home. We diffuse these in our favorite diffuser. I'll put a link below to the diffuser and the essential oil. This is an Amazon affiliate link, and it will help support our channel. Now, it's extremely easy to grow your own holy basil, so let's take a walk out to my garden. I'll show you how I'm growing it and some tips if you decide to grow your own. Here in New England, in Grow Zone 5, I started my seedlings indoors in early April and planted them out in May after our average last frost date. This is a holy basil plant planted in a raised bed at about 1 square foot per plant. It's planted alongside other basil varieties, but as you can see, this plant is taking up quite a bit of space over the past couple months. As of this recording, it's about 4 months old. When harvesting, I like to pinch off the top leaves and buds. This encourages growth on the lower nodes of the plant. Now, when making tea from fresh herbs, you're going to use much more than you would when using dried herbs. The reason is the fresh herbs contain much more water content. They're less potent than the dehydrated loose leaves. So you're going to use about typically 3 times more on average than you would as a dried herb. The best time to pick herbs for tea and drying is in the morning after the dew has dried and before the heat of the day. This is when the herbs will contain the most essential oils. Additionally, you can use stems, flowers, and leaves in your teas. Alright, so now that we have enough, we're going to head back in and I'm going to show you how we're going to make a simple tea and a tea infusion. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more organic backyard gardening videos. So first we'll make a tea, and I'm going to give them a rough cut. I'll then take the knife, turn it sideways, and bruise the leaves. This will help in the tea making process. I'll then bring 6 cups of water to a boil. I'll then remove it from heat and then add about 2 handfuls of the Tulsi leaves. I'll let the leaves simmer for about 15 minutes, periodically stirring and smushing the leaves up to the side of the pot to help release all of the compounds. Now, before I show you how I make my infusion, which my family loves and we always have in the fridge, let's talk about some of the benefits. And I was surprised at how much research there is out there on all the benefits of Tulsi Basil. So we're going to review some of them, and I'll put a link into the description of all of these studies. Tulsi has anti-inflammatory properties. These compounds were comparable to ibuprofen and aspirin. Tulsi protected against drug and aging-induced memory problems in mice, indicating that Tulsi may be beneficial in treatments of disorders such as Alzheimer's disease and dementia. Tulsi can protect the heart. Tulsi leaf essential oil was shown to lower cholesterol and protect the heart via its antioxidant effects in rat studies. In rabbit studies, Tulsi leaf significantly decreased blood levels of cholesterol. Since Tulsi is rich in potassium, it may balance blood pressure. It also inhibits ACE, an enzyme that increases blood pressure. Therefore, it may help reduce blood pressure. In type 2 diabetes patients, Tulsi lowered fasting blood sugar levels by 17% and post-meal blood sugar levels by 7%. Strong antioxidant capacity is measured from Tulsi essential oils. Additionally, Tulsi leaf powder was shown to combat cadmium-produced free radicals. It restored liver and kidney function in a study of broiler chickens. A review study of Tulsi's anti-cancer activity found effectiveness against skin cancer, lung cancer, breast cancer, and preventative effects against liver cancer, stomach cancer, and oral cancer. In studies, Tulsi extract showed to accelerate bone healing. Tulsi has antibacterial and antiviral properties. In a rabbit study, 2 grams of fresh Tulsi leaves significantly increased testosterone levels over a 30-day period. This is just a handful of the benefits, but now let's move on how to make the tea infusion. I'm first going to start off with a 64-ounce mason jar with a lid, and I'm going to fill it up halfway with fresh Tulsi leaves. If you have dried leaves, fill it up a little less than a quarter of the way. Next, place it in the sink and pour freshly boiled hot water into the mason jar, filling it to the top. Then place the lid on very tightly. Let the jar sit out until it gets warm. This will probably take a couple hours, and then move it into the fridge overnight. The next day you'll be left with a really dark liquid. This is the infused Tulsi tea. We like to drink this over ice, and it's really refreshing on a hot summer day. This is our favorite, and we always have a jar in the fridge during the summer months. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned a lot more about Tulsi Holy Basil and the many wonderful benefits of this herb. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Additionally, subscribe so you're notified when we post new videos. If you have any questions, post them down below and I'll be sure to answer them right away. Thanks again.